Hi and welcome to D3P. Well, my new project is to build a flight simulator, a cockpit in a scale of 1:1, and this will be based on the aircraft from X-Craft that has produced a very nice Embraer E195. And why I choose that aircraft is mainly because of the panel. It's much more easier to create the panels for the Embraer. Also, it will be a low-cost cockpit. That means that the buttons I use is from a local car shop. Everything is based on 12 volt. And the possibility to produce the panels with my 3D printer. And this will be done. This is an overhead, and it's quite big. It's like that, and this is my overhead panel. Today I will finish these two, so I only have 3 rows again. In total there is 16 panels for the overhead. So when I start printing the panels, I really struggled with warping, and with warping it means that it will loosen from the bed, especially at the ends. Some of the panels are quite big. The next panel I'm printing now, and it is finished right in a few minutes. It's 160 and 150. This biggest one I had to cut in two because it was too big for my Ender 4. This is 260 added 150. But here on this panel, that matter of fact is a part of the big panel. I really struggled with warping, and I tried a lot. I also tried to print it on my Dremel. It was not a big success, was even worse. I printed in PLA, and why I tried my Dremel is because it has no heated bed, but it didn't work. And as you can see here, it's really bad. I don't know if you can see it. It's really bad. And I tried several things. I tried other types. This one exactly the same, very bad. No, this is printed on the Dremel. I also tried to make it thicker, but it's still warped, and I didn't like the thick version either. I really liked it on 3.5 millimeters. So I also wanted to use a cheap filament. I'm using a filament from PM Filament with a cost around 16 euros per 1 kilo, and I use it very often. It's quite a nice filament to print with. Also here, I didn't like the surface too much. This is also from my Dremel. This is from my, I think it was my Ender 2. Yeah. At the end, I found out that I need to heat up the bed, so I printed again on my Ender 4, and I increased the heat to 50 degrees and the temperature on the nozzle to 215 degrees. And I also used Kapton tape. I really like using Kapton tape. It's when it's first installed, it's matter of fact has a long life, and I can do many prints on it. But additional to the Kapton tape, I found this on a web page here in Denmark, and it is Demafix, and is an adhesion for putting on the bed. And after that, I have had no warping. I use my Kapton tape, 50 degrees bed temperature, and this Demafix here for adhesion. It's expensive. I think the cost is around, what must it be, 15 euros for a bottle. And but for me it has been fully worth it, especially when I come to, I will order the CR10, the 500.500.500, and when I will start to build the MIB of the aircraft and the console. But let's go to the printer and see how the print looks and see how it is to take off the bed. The print we will go and look is 160 times 150. So let's go to the printer. So as you can see here, there is no warping around everything. It's printed on caption tape, and let's take a look and see how easy it is to get off the bed. First I will take out my brim. It was very easy. And the next one is the part. Here we go, and as you can see, it looks very good, and it's ready for get painted in a grey shade that I have that also covers most of the small engravings here. I will do it later on. And you can see my bed is also very clean, and if I want to clean it a little bit more, I just use this. It's called, what is called, orange cleaning. It doesn't smell really good, but it really make a difference on the bed, and you can use it on other adhesions as well on the bed. But let me go and paint this one, and let's see how it looks after it's done. As you can see here, it is really nice and no warping at all on this plate. So let me go and paint it. So after I have cleaned my bed with this other cleaning stuff or whatever you use, I will now add this D-Matrix on the hot plate, and this is done now. That's all, and it will work, that's for sure. When the printer comes to temperature, it will start. I have an auto level sensor, so it will start to level the bed, and then you will see the the print of the brim and the prime, and it will stick. When that is done, I will in the meantime go and pick up my painted panel number 5 while we are waiting for panel number 6 to get printed. So take a look. So the panel is dry and it looks really great. It's now time to install the buttons. This is for the fuel for engine 1 and engine 2, and we will have some buttons here that we will install like this and this. These buttons are with a diode at the end, and I will show you how it looks. Oh, here we go. And we have on this way. So the buttons are absolutely not the same as in as on the original aircraft, but it's still a very beautiful, look here, a very beautiful panel. To get some light in the show. So it gives really a nice impression, and it really works. It's connected through a relay and then to a pulse generator that's connected to the computer. So when I activate the battery 1 and 2, the light turns up on the glass panel. So I solved my little warping problem, and I'm now ready to finish the print on the rest, and I already have one in the printer. So next time I will do it again will be when I have my CR10, because that is much bigger print. They will be 500 to 500, and this will be built in sections as well, and this means that that the footprint of the panel is much bigger and still the same thickness, that is 3.5 millimeter. See you soon again, and thank you for passing by D3P. Bye bye.